our leaders, our ancestors who fought the wars of resistance, their heads, their remains are sitting in jars throughout Europe.
She is not lying. I'm going to give y'all a little history lesson. Now, for my protection, this video is for educational purposes. Everything in this video is fake. Everything I said is not real. And I think I'm forgetting something, but whatever. And I know some of y'all probably might be thinking, you're trying to make us look bad? No, this is history. Take it how you want it. Now, let me give y'all an example of what she's talking about. Cue the video.
The British royal family rejects calls to return kidnapped Ethiopian prince body back home. Buckingham Palace has declined an official request to return the remains of an Ethiopian prince who they kidnapped, then held hostage for several years, and then unceremoniously buried in a British catacomb in the 19th century.
Viewer discretion is strongly advised in this video because this is about to get a little gory. Now, their made-up reason why they're not going to give his body back, they're saying that it's going to disturb the resting places of others in the vicinity. Now, in the comments, people are talking about they have the remains of warriors who held off colonization too. Did you know that the Europeans used to actually eat mummies? They would also powder the remains and put it in paintings, like actually paint with the powder. Now, you may be wondering, why would they eat mummies? And how does this connect to them keeping our ancestors' remains? Not to mention that they would use it to heal their bodies. Now, the reason why they were using human remains, and you know who remains they were using, they believe that it contained the spirit of the body that they were taken from. That's why the blood is especially powerful. They believe that eating the person was consuming their essence. Wow! Rich Europeans thought that they could heal themselves by eating corpses. So you're telling me that these rich, upper-class, elite Europeans, they believed that they could get some type of power by consuming people. Now let me just point out that the British Museum has over 6,000 human remains. Now, not to mention some of these wealthy families, and we already know where the wealth came from. Now, just like, certain Europeans like to hang animals' remains on the walls and hunt them for sport and do all that extra stuff, make belts out of their skin, they used to do that to slaves. Now, there used to be like a secret black market, and that they used to hand down the remains of our ancestors. They would make purses, shoes, all of that from skin. Use the grease of boiled flesh as oil, and these were souvenirs passed down through generations. After 200 years, in 2016, they finally returned the head, the skull of Nat Turner to their original family. They were passing the remains of the leader of a slave rebellion down through their generations. So where do you think the white European Americans got the information and these habits from? The Europeans. So why wouldn't you believe that they have our ancestors in jars in the Vatican, somewhere in the British Museum, somewhere in Europe? Come on now. This is all I'm gonna leave y'all with. Y'all stay dangerous.